Welcome to In Depth with Academia, the academic podcast where we dive into fascinating research papers and unearth the nuggets of wisdom they offer to enrich understanding of the world. I'm Richard Price, your friendly host, and today's episode is one I've been particularly looking forward to because it explores something that could potentially reshape our understanding of the most fundamental building blocks of matter, atoms. We're talking about Franklin Hughes' paper titled The Cubic Atomic Model. Now, the core question here is, this might sound a bit revolutionary, how can we conceptualize atomic structure if we move beyond the Bohr-Rutherford model? The model where electrons orbit a dense nucleus, much like planets orbiting a star. Isn't it fascinating to ponder a model that instead builds atoms up like, Lego bricks? According to Franklin Hughes, in this new model, protons and electrons alternately stack upon each other to form octahedral shapes. It's like atoms getting a whole new sort of fashion makeover, isn't it? And why is this significant, you ask? Well, this model could potentially, I emphasize potentially, eliminate the need for the strong nuclear force. The strong force, you see, is the mysterious glue that holds atomic nuclei together despite the repulsive electrostatic forces between positively charged protons. If Hughes' model holds up, remember, I'm presenting this neutrally, folks, not endorsing it. We could simplify atomic theory, reverting back to electrostatic forces alone. So what are some of the key takeaways from this paper? Who suggests atoms are constructed like little Lego towers with protons and electrons sitting next to each other, rather than having electrons zoom around the nucleus? This creates a dynamic cubic structure which, he argues, more naturally lends itself to explaining molecular structures and chemical bonding. Let's picture a hydrogen atom in this scenario. Simple and fundamental. It doesn't involve high-speed orbiting electrons at all. The electron sits snugly against the proton. Isn't that a charming idea? But you might wonder, what happens with more complex atoms like helium or beyond, say, carbon or nitrogen? According to Who, layers get added, still respecting these Lego-style rules. This new atomic geometry gives natural locations on atoms for bonding, offering a fresh view on molecular and crystal formation. Could you imagine our scientific instruments capturing future imaging based on this cubic layout? It reminds me, somewhat off-topic, of those building games we loved as kids. Seeing molecules built out of blocks sounds a bit like stacking those 70s Lego channels. Now, the methods Who uses to justify this, I keep thinking it's brilliant in its simplicity. He argues that traditional mathematics and geometry using Coulomb's law offer support. Yet one must remain skeptical, grounding our curiosity in the need for more, empirical evidence. In exploring deeper, one learns that this cubic model attempts to explain phenomena like ionization energies without resorting to complex quantum mechanics, aiming to see patterns emerge from straightforward geometric stacking of particles. Take, for instance, atomic fission, where atoms break at specific joints rather than haphazardly. Reflecting on Who's illustrations, I imagine rows and columns of these cubic atoms organized like interlocking puzzles revealing nature's secrets. Oh, I almost went on a tangent about Lego sets from back in the day, but sticking to the topic, there's also discussion on Rutherford's famous experiment which, get ready for a twist, Who suggests might not irrefutably support the idea of a tightly packed nucleus. Consider the experimental errors, often glossed over by scales and charts. Who posits that deflections of alpha particles, in fact, might align with his cubic atom predictions, but again approach these speculations with due caution. Science is an evolving dialogue, not fixed law. Here's a tantalizing notion. Who talks about space itself being crowded with neutral particles that dictate how electrons move? Could this tie into broader concepts like quantum foam? These ideas, I admit, they kind of wrap around the mind, invoking images of a universe made of countless vibrating building blocks. As we wind down, remember that academic research, like Hughes, thrives on sparking discourse, not providing ultimate truths. It's essential to explore these models in the spirit of open curiosity, Whether Hugh's cubic atomic model will evolve from intriguing hypothesis to widely accepted theory is for future studies to determine. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode of In Depth with Academia. I hope it fired up your imagination and perhaps compelled you to reconsider classic theories with a fresh set of theoretical lenses. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning. That's how we grow.